Alright, so we want to take a look at 404 pages and how to add them to your Wix Classic site and to your Wix Studio website. First of all, we're going to check it out on how to add them to your Wix Classic site. And just before we get started on that, I want to understand what a 404 page is. Alright, so let's imagine that you created several pages on your website and you're able to navigate to all of these pages on your website, but let's say you're trying to navigate to a different page that you have not created on your website, then it's not going to be found, and that is how you now get brought to the 404 page. Now the 404 page is basically an empty page that just says, okay, we can't find this page does not exist on this website, but here is what you can do. You can go back to the home page, or you can visit other resources on your website. So for me, I'm telling people to go back to the Wix tutorials, which is basically what my call to action is here. Now I'm going to show you the step-by-step method that you can use to edit your 404 page by adding vectors, by adding text, and many more information that you want the user to know about a 404 page. Now, right before we jump right in, I'm Walter and I teach Wix and Wix Studio tutorials. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to receive the best tutorials in Wix and Wix Studio. And also don't forget to turn on your bell notification to be the first to know of our future videos. Now let's get started. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is to head over to the pages and menu, and you're going to go over to add page. Now this is going to bring up a pop-up that allows you to select preset pages and more. Now over on the left menu, you're going to head over to the 404 page. And here you're going to be met with tons and tons of 404 page designs. Now you can simply just go with any of these designs by just simply going to add to page, but you can also go ahead and preview and see how this will look on your website. Now you can go ahead and search for any of these, but don't worry, these are completely customizable. So let's go ahead and click to add page. And while this is adding, I just want to bring it to your attention that this only works for pages that have a premium plan. So if you're running on a free Wix website or the free Wix plan, then this for a custom 404 page isn't going to work for you, but the default Wix 404 page. And a default 404 page for Wix looks something like this. This works for the same way for Wix Studio. So if you're on a free plan, this is exactly what you're going to be met with. Alright, so our 404 page has been added, and as you can see, we have the header section and we have the footer section. So if I go ahead and publish and then head back to the website, and then I try to navigate to a page that is not on my website, you can see right over here, I don't have a page called Lost. You can see that we have exactly the same design as we do on the editor. Now you can make this much better by removing or hiding the header and also hiding the footer. So head back to your Wix Classic site and head over to the pages. Now click on this menu option here and go over to settings. Now once you get to settings, head over to layout, and here go ahead and select the no header and footer. Now you can leave it if you think you have more information that you want the users to click on your footer and your header, but if you don't, then you can just simply add or customize the look and feel of your 404 page. Now let's publish this and take a look at how it looks like on the live site. Alright, so as you can see, this looks much better for me, at least without the header and the footer, but it's usually better practice to not include the header and the footer, especially when you want them to perform a specific action on your website. Now because I already have a section already saved, I'm going to head over to my section and scroll all the way down to saved sections, and here is the section that I already saved for my 404 page. So I'm simply going to drag and drop this on the website, and I'm just going to head over to the next section and delete this section. Now this is the default section that I had earlier for Wix ideas, so you can go ahead over to the add and you can edit this like any other pages on your website. So you can add things like vector graphics, buttons, images, galleries, menus, as many elements as you want to add to this page. And as you can see over here, I was able to add a link to my graphic because I want them to be able to click on this particular vector element. And here you can see I have two button elements which goes to the home and also goes to Wix tutorial pages. Now we can go ahead and publish this and take a look at how it looks on a live site. Alright, so here is my 404 page and it has the branding of my website, so you can design it according to the branding of your website. Now before we head over to how to add a 404 page to your Wix Studio website, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also give this video a thumbs up. Great, so we're here on a Wix Studio website and I just want to share real quick that creating a 404 page on a Wix Classic site is different from creating one on a Wix Studio website, and I'm going to show you exactly how to create one for Wix Studio. Now first of all, you're going to head over to pages and head over to add new page and create a new page. We're going to call this 404 error page, and then once you've hit on enter, click on this menu here and head over to SEO basics. And going to scroll down to the URL slug, and here we're going to change this to error 404 and click on enter. Now that is all you need to do to create a 404 page on your Wix Studio website. Now you need to know that you need to be on a paid Wix Studio plan to be able to use the 404 page. If you're not on a paid plan, you're going to arrive on a page similar to this for your Wix Studio as well. So we're going to go ahead and hide the header and the footer for this page. So head over to the global sections and click on global sections. Now as you can see, we have only one header and one footer, and if you see this check marked on yours, go ahead and click on this menu option and click on add to, and here we're going to go ahead and remove it for the 404 page and click on apply. That will hide the header on this page, and we're also going to do the same thing for the footer with the check mark. In case you have footers, you need to click on the option menu that has the check mark on it and go ahead and uncheck the 404 error page, and that is going to hide the footer and the header on this page. Now you can go ahead and start customizing the look and feel of your 404 page on your Wix Studio website. So go ahead and add things like vector graphics, and here you can go ahead and search for things like 404, and over here you can see there are different designs for 404 on the vector art, and you can choose any of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably choose this one, so add to site, and you can increase the width of that. You can also add a text and probably just add a very short and simple text that says this page is not found, the page you're looking for is not found. Now you can also go ahead and add a button element, so head over to buttons and you can add a button element that says home. Now you can also go ahead and make sure that this is linked to your home page so that it doesn't lead them nowhere. So head over to home and also link your graphics. So we're going to go ahead and stack these elements together. Alright, so this is how you can customize your 404 page on your Wix Studio website, and this is just a very basic way that you can customize this page, but just like any other page on your website, you can customize your Wix Classic site and your Wix Studio website. So you can let me know in the comment below if this tutorial was useful for you, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next tutorial.